Hello fellow stampers, this is Sally, and I'm here to show you how to do kit number, I guess you might say the kit's number 1 that you chose, the $15 kit. You're making 2 cards with the Forever Greenery paper, and you'll be making 2 cards with the Flowers for Every Seasonal DSP or Designer Series paper. I'm going to be referring it to DSP. So we were going to get started with number 1, which is that one. And I'm going to set these other ones aside. And inside, it's going to look like this. You're going to have these ferns. So when you open up your bag, be careful because you will have little pieces and big pieces and a lot of pieces. Okay, we are going to do, you're going to have 3 little ferns that are going to go on the inside. You're going to have 3 pearls that will go on the outside. And you'll have your dimensionals. You will have your banner for your saying. You will have an envelope. I'll put that under there for now. And you're going to have a card base. And this card base, instead of opening them this way, we're going to do top fold, which is called landscape. This is portrait. This is landscape. I'm going to set that off to the side right now. What we're going to do, I'm going to set the white mat off to the side also. And this is the tricky part, or really basically the fun part. It's Designer Series paper. Do whatever you want. I wasn't too fond of the background of this because I found out that when I put this is the long, it's going to go on the long side because this is, I forgot how long this was. 3 1/8, I believe, by 4 3/8. I've got let's see, I got it written down here somewhere. Okay, the base is 5 1/2 by 8, and you're going to score it at 4 1/4, our usual card base. The mat is a shaded spruce, and it's 5 1/8 by 3 1/8. Oh, this is for the inside. I got confused. I was thinking that was going to be on the outside too, but it's not. Okay, you're going to design. Like I said, if you don't want to do it the way I'm doing it, if you want to flip this over like that, be my guest. This is your card. Do what you want to do. But I noticed when I was doing my card that this, the way the design was, because not all designs are continuous, that this continuous design looked really nice like that, and it looked better for a sympathy card than adding that background green to it. So what we're going to do, we're going to take, I love using Tombow glue. You'll hear me say that many times. A lot of people do not like using it because they say it's messy, but there's a trick to Tombow glue. Squeeze it. Oh, make sure the tip is there. And just run it. Yeah, sure. There we go. And just run it right using the tip. You don't need a lot. I like it because it gives you wiggle room to move it with, there. I just moved it just a little on down here to make it even. And then you just take your next piece. And there again, just give a little space in between. Move it up so that there's, whoops, there. All I did with this is I took a piece of Designer Series paper, DSP, and it was I cut it at 3 5/16 by 4 7/8, and then I went from, put it in the cutter, and I matched this point up to the track and this point, and I just cut it down. After I cut it, I did put a little washi tape here. I made sure it wasn't very sticky washi tape, and then I turned it, and I did the same thing. I put this in the track to this in the other end of the track, and just cut it down, and you got your triangles. When I first looked at the cards, like, ooh, how did she do that? And it's like, oh, this is a lot easier than I thought. And any designer series paper would work perfectly on this card. So if you wanted to do some more, and you can always ask me, text me, or email me and ask for the dimensions. I'll gladly type them up for you and send them to you. Okay, now, tricky part. I do not like using snail on this tape runner because it's very delicate. So I like to get a silicone pad, a craft pad, or even aluminum foil works. And what you do is, if you have a Q-tip, this is a makeup kit, I don't know, I guess it's for eyeshadow or something like that. I use it for my crafts. I never use it for my makeup. I don't wear that much makeup. And you can just dab it like that. Or if you have a sponge, you do the same thing with a sponge. Or like I said, you can use a toothpick. You can use foil if you don't have this. You can use a craft mat. What is nice about this is that when it dries, you just rub it off, and you can get it right off quickly. Okay, now I'm going to lay my words, my sympathy here. I'm going to find my dimensionals. And, oops, there's one. There's two. Oops, this side. 3. I, for some reason, I go overboard with dimensionals. I always like to have one in the middle, or to make sure that it stays puffed up. Okay. There's that. Let's get it right side up, not upside down. Adhere that to that. You're going to take your card base, which is soft sea foam. Love the color. And like I said in another video, I'm not a green fan, but I like some of these greens that they have. And this green is called Shaded Spruce. And then you're just going to lay that down there. You're going to take this inside. You can stamp whatever you want to on the inside, or write a note. And we're going to take, there again, we're going to take these. I'm going to add some glue to the back of them. I'm going to place them in the corner. Oops. And we'll get the third one. Maybe I need a little more glue. And I'm going to put him right over the other two. There. I'm not going to glue the inside because I want to put a saying inside. So I'm going to save that for later. And you can save it for later too, unless you think you're just going to write something in it. And there's card number 1. Card number 2. Done basically, not basically, exactly the same way, but a different orientation. If you see, here, it's a regular opening card, like this. There again, same thing, just a different variation. And you will have the word happy birthday, the oval. Oh, I didn't put this, that's what I forgot on this one. I'll bring it back in for a minute. I forgot to put the pearls on. I'm going to put them on right now before I forget. Oh. You put them anywhere you want to. We always do odd numbers while we're putting on embellishments or even in scrapbooking. It's called the rule of 3. It makes it, doesn't seem like it, but it makes it more balanced when you do just 3. Okay, back to this one. Here's our inside for our mat inside. Here is happy. Whoops. If you notice, these are stitched and they're different on each side. You're going to want the side that looks like it's been stitched. This side looks like it's rougher. You can't really see it. So you're going to want those. There, that. Again, pearls. I lost one. There's only 2 there. You should have 3 pearls. Oh, I see my 3rd pearl. It was still in the bag. There. Okay. Now, like I said, we're going to be making this card. Portrait. We're going to start with, let's get the envelope out of the way. Let's start with the inside, and we're going to just, again, take our sponge and our glue and dab it down. Let's get more glue. Or like I said, you can take a toothpick, just pop it on there like that, or a sponge, makeup tip, Q-tip, regular Q-tip. Regular Q-tip sometimes does get a little messy. And I'm going to just set this inside here because I'm going to do my sentiment later. Don't know what I want to do with this card yet. Which saying I want to put in it. Here again, back and front. Now, be careful when you lay these out because you don't want to put those going down like that. You want them going up. So, they're like that. There. So just be careful when you put those down, or if you want to use that like that and that like that, that is totally up to you. If you want to use it all the same, totally up to you again. It doesn't matter. It's your card, your designs. I'm giving you the basic information. That's all I'm doing. Okay, let's start with this. Put this on. I hear it. Whoops. Wiggled on me. That's what I like about the Tombow. I could pick it up because I hadn't pressed it down fully yet. So I could pick it up and I could move it around. Yes, I'm checking to make sure I'm doing the right side. I have the habit sometimes and just gluing on the wrong side. And try to want the same border all the way around. Oh, I want this side. And if the middle's meat, that doesn't matter because that's going to be covered up. And glue this side. Oops. Yeah, there. That's better. Okay. Now we're going to adhere this onto our card base. Yep, it's opening that way. It's facing up. And there's that. Now, again with happy birthday, like I said, you take your sponge, your Q-tip, your toothpick, whatever you want to use. Make sure you have I don't have that. Yeah, there. Make sure you have enough glue there. And make sure this is with the stitching side, that you can see the stitching. And don't get up here too high on the H, because the H is going to hang over a little. Okay. Up on top. So we got happy. And we have birthday. Whoa! I got a little bit too much glue there. I got carried away. And we don't want much on the B, and we don't want much on the Y, because the B and the bottom of the Y are going to be hanging over. Ugh. There. Oops. Ah, I have it on my fingers. Got pearls on my fingers. I'm a mess right now. And that's why people don't like the Tombow glue, because I put too much on. And now I'm making a mess. But there is a cure for this. Let me see if I can find it. I have an embossing buddy. And it's this powder. And if you dab it on where the glue is, it won't be sticky. Then after a while, you just wipe it off, and you won't even know it was there. It looks messy right now, but once it dries, you won't even know it was there. Okay, so that's another little trick. Or I have a eraser. It's a gum eraser. You can get them at, we used to sell them, but you can get them right at Michael's. I don't know if, and I think maybe Joann's. I know I've gotten mine at Michael's before. And you just erase away the glue. And make sure you get the gummy one away. There. Okay, now dimensionals. Here again. Me and my 3 dimensionals. Middle. Edge. Edge. There. I'm going to glue that in the middle. And then our pearls. I don't have my Take-A-Pick tool with me, so I'm just going to use my scissors, and there again, I am going to put one right above the eye, because guess what? The eyes are so small, when I was cutting them out, I couldn't find them. So I said, well, we'll just use a pearl. Pearl works just as well, if not better. And let's see, where do I want this one? I'm going to put it right there. There again, place your pearls wherever you want to. So this is card number 2. Here's 1, here's 2. I'm going to stop the video now, and I'm going to start a new video for 3 and 4, only because I'm not sure how much I'm allowed, not allowed, but how much we'll send through an email. So I'd rather keep it short and send you a couple. So be looking for, I will say part 2 of Fun Folds. Okay, thank you. Have a good night.